Teachers often ask me, how is it that we get to the end of the year and children still cannot perform simple additions? They resort to something like a count by one on their fingers. We saw in our last video how children as early as grades 1 and 2 already started to think flexibly with numbers and strategies through our game Add Up Beats. So now I want to show you what happens when the same game and same foundational experiences grow with children into grades 3 and 4. The beauty of the Linear Abacus approach is that the same game deepens as students develop. In one of our schools, we had an entire 3-4 team use our game across a 4-week inquiry cycle, and the results were outstanding. It was the same game, but more sophisticated thinking and reasoning. Let's take a look at what happens to their reasoning. This student isn't just calculating, he's using the compensation method. Or, to put simply, he's rounding the numbers and adjusting, because he saw it was easier to add 20 and then subtract 1. He saw this relationship on the Linear Abacus first, and then he transferred his thinking to a number line. So this student is adding 14, 7 and 9, and he can see 14 immediately using colour in the beads and place value. Now to slide 7 across, he breaks up 7 into 6 and 1, making those benchmark numbers to see the total at that point is 21. And then he tells me he can slide the 9 across instantly because he knows that's what's remaining in the third row. So you can see the total of 30 immediately on the string. So this student is thinking very creatively, and you can see she's adding 8, 13 and 14. Her first move is to slide 8 across. She knows to leave 2 beads behind. And to slide 13, you can see she's using colour quite well. A full row of 10, 2 beads on the left-hand side and 1 bead on the right-hand side gives her a total of 13. Now you'll see how she transfers her thinking onto a number line, and she describes which numbers are actually actions, which are the count on, and which ones are the actual numbers, which is where she lands. Again, colour on the beads helps her keep track of her thinking. Now to add the remaining 14 beads, she uses colour again, and you can see she knows that there are 9 left behind in that row, and she slides across 5 more yellow beads to make a total of 14. So these children aren't just memorising one procedure. In fact, they're using many and simultaneously. You can see that they're learning how to break numbers apart and put them together again. They're learning how to round numbers and adjust them accordingly. They're learning how to visualize mentally. And most importantly, they're learning how to move between a concrete material to a visual such as a number line, and also to abstract calculations. Now this didn't happen by accident. When younger children build genuine understanding through consistent and deep exploration with the Linear Abacus, just like we showed in the last video, it actually transforms how they think about mathematics for years to come. So the Linear Abacus doesn't replace other tools. It actually gives students the foundation so that everything else makes sense and it actually works better.